and welcome to National Focus. I am Octavia Prosper. In the headlines, 28 senior professionals receive CPE certification. Government remains committed to focusing on primary health care. And 50th edition of Girodel Eggleston Flower Show to commence on Saturday. The details of the headline stories and more when we return.
I love the freedom when I'm out there. Simply put, the worries from shore, none of that out there. And it's my daily bread. I learned it from my dad. My dad is one of the senior guys here who catch the biggest fish around here. And he's top with the red snappers. It's a family thing. I'm the only one fishing right now in the family. Just keeping it going. I enjoy bringing them up, man. Sometimes you have a yellowfin tuna, 400 pounds. Man, let me tell you, that's just a joy out there. I enjoy going out there and just holding the big fish. I don't lift weights, I lift fish. The morning of my fishing trip, I would get up, make a little spice tea. Then I come down here. I have my GPS, which most fishermen are supposed to have that. Normally I prepare the day before, because whenever you're going out there, you must have ice. Ice is a must for preservation of the fish. So I always make sure I have everything the day before. My fish represents me, and I bring good quality fish ashore simply because the restaurants themselves, they have to show a quality product. Tourism and agriculture go hand in hand. That's what I think. We're all connected. It's like a big machine, and I'm just so proud to be a part of it. My name is Brandon Carlisle, and tourism is my business.
"28 senior government professionals have received certificates for completing a continuing and professional education course with the University of the West Indies Open Campus Dominica and the Climate Resilience Execution Agency for Dominica, CRED, which focused on development management. The ceremony took place on Thursday, May 25 at the UWI Open Campus. Minister for Finance, Economic Development, Climate Resilience and Social Security, Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, represented Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit at the ceremony.
This government is approaching the development and building of capacity of the public service on a number of fronts. The development management training for senior public officers commissioned by CRED is a recognition of the fact that the role of public officers has changed from one that was focused more on administration to one that is development focused, that is responsible for driving the development agenda of Dominica, with an eye on transformation and resilience.
Pro Vice Chancellor and Principal of the UWI Open Campus Dominica, Dr. Francis Sevre, says he is pleased that such a ceremony is taking place during the 75th anniversary of the university.
My friends, we at the OUE Open Campus are delighted that all of this is taking place within the year that the University of the West Indies is celebrating its diamond anniversary. That is 75 years of selfless contribution to the Caribbean region and the world under the appropriate theme, Rooted, Ready, and Rising. The University of the West Indies is the Caribbean's best gift to itself, as the late former Vice Chancellor, Professor Rex Netford, used to say. With very limited resources, I believe it is phenomenal and amazing, and testimony to the diligence and resilience of our staff at all levels, as well as our belief in Caribbean development.
CRED representative Mr. Samuel Carrett extended congratulatory remarks to the group.
So I hope this course of study serves to rekindle your interest and help sharpen your endeavors of a better and more prosperous Dominica. We need to build a more prosperous Dominica. It's important for us as a people. I congratulate all those who successfully completed the course and all those who contributed to its success. I like Dr. Savre, I want to encourage those who didn't make it. Sorry, we're hoping that we can continue with the program. And we're hoping that we can do a full 50, have a full 50 participants.
Mrs. Carla Watt Walsh was the most outstanding student. She says anyone within the working sector should consider taking this course.
Participants intimately share their experiences in the workplace, dealing with diversity, change management, ethical behaviors, or sometimes lack of, and examples of good leaders in the workplace. I would surely recommend this course as a standalone to any professional in the government and private sector. This course is a must.
Acting Director of the Open Campus Countryside Division, OCCS, Mr. Ryan Bayer, expressed thanks to all stakeholders involved.
I wish to thank all stakeholders who played an integral role in the development, the delivery of this program, the facilitators, the staff of the Open Campus, and of course the sponsor CREED, because without their support, this program would not be possible.
The new German ambassador has pledged to assist Dominica in achieving its climate resilience goals. This as Her Excellency Youth Koenig presented her credentials on Friday, May 26, 2023, to President of Dominica, His Excellency Charles Sanver, at a small ceremony at the State House. Since formalizing diplomatic relations, Dominica and the Federal Republic of Germany have continued to nurture warm and fruitful relations. President Sanver says Dominica welcomes Germany's assistance in building resilience to natural disasters.
As small island developing states, Dominica and the rest of the Caribbean are particularly vulnerable to natural disasters due to climate change phenomena, and hence we gladly welcome the focus of Germany in assisting small island developing states in developing their resilience to climate change and natural disasters. The devastating effect of Tropical Storm Erika on Dominica in 2015 and of Hurricanes Irma and Maria on several islands in the Caribbean region in 2017 is a most graphic illustration of the increased vulnerability of our Caribbean region. Hurricane Maria is the greatest disaster ever to have befallen our country. As you rightly mentioned, the estimated loss was in the region of 226% of GDP.
President Sanver also highlighted Germany's commitment to cooperate with CARICOM on the development of renewable energy. He says this falls in line with government's thrust towards geothermal energy.
Your Excellency, I also note in particular Germany's commitment to cooperate with CARICOM in the area of renewable energy and energy efficiency as part of our response to climate change. Perhaps one of the most difficult challenges impacting negatively on our economic development is the high cost of electricity. To overcome this challenge, the government has placed its focus on transitioning to renewable energy and is committed to making Dominica the first country to become 100% renewable energy reliant with the generation of electricity by harnessing our considerable geothermal potential. To date, we have made great progress towards achieving this transformative goal.
Meanwhile, new ambassador of Germany to Dominica, Her Excellency Youth Koenig, says Germany is committed to assisting Dominica in achieving its climate resilience goals.
Constructing a more resilient infrastructure, international debt relief, and financial assistance are vital for Dominica's reconstruction as a victim of climate effects to which your country contributed little to nothing. As a small island developing state, Dominica has also been disproportionately affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, both economically and socially. Working to deepen our bilateral relations and the relations between the European Union and the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, as well as CARICOM, is a privilege for me. In the European Union, Germany fully supports the Economic Partnership Agreement with CARIFORUM, as well as the post-Cotonou agreement with the ACP countries.
Dominica and Germany established diplomatic relations in 1980. The government of Dominica remains committed to developing the country's healthcare system in a bid to focus more on primary and integrated healthcare. This statement was made by Minister for Health, Wellness and Social Services, Honorable Kasani Laville, who was addressing the 76th Annual World Health Assembly. The World Health Assembly is currently being held in Geneva, Switzerland from May 21st to 30th. The theme for the year's assemblies is WHO at 75, Saving Lives, Driving Health for All. Minister Laville was accompanied by Director of Primary Healthcare, Dr. Laura Esprit. During his address, the Health Minister stated that COVID-19 exposed vulnerabilities that the passage of Hurricane Maria had dealt the country.
In Dominica, we fought that enemy COVID with everything we had. Our vulnerabilities compounded since COVID arrived just 2 years after Hurricane Maria destroyed our island, setting us back billions. But survival is driven by a sincere desire to fulfill purpose and promise of security to our people. We immediately rebuilt homes and polyclinics. By God's grace, we now have one polyclinic serving every 1,400 deserving residents. Mr. President, I must thank our resilient Dominican people, our courageous healthcare workers, supportive regional and international partners, and highlight the stellar leadership of our government and dear leader, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit.
In keeping with the national reset announced by the Prime Minister, Dominica's health reset will focus on primary healthcare to better address the global realities.
Despite great efforts, 81 countrymen succumbed. In solidarity, we commit to resetting our healthcare system with more focus on primary and integrated healthcare to better address emerging realities. NCDs continues to take prominence, claiming 41 million lives annually. Compare that to almost 7 million deaths total from the entire COVID pandemic. If NCDs are not the arch enemy, then I do not know what is. We must execute swift and united responses. NCDs pose direct threat to socioeconomic development. Too many people retire in their 30s, not as millionaires, but mere victims of pestilence. But there is hope. The levers of change are within reach of this assembly. Let's bear the weight of responsibility ascribed by the people we serve and transition into higher gear together so no country is left behind. For united we stand, divided we all fall.
Minister Laville congratulated the World Health Organization on its leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic.
We must remain steadfast and squeeze the juices of innovation and efficiency to resolve competing priorities. Let's align these priorities as far as possible, for the potential to succeed is better. On this note, I congratulate WHO on leading during the pandemic. I make an appeal for a renewed approach to the long-standing NCD threat, but with stronger emphasis, greater urgency, and a visibly united voice. Your Excellencies, let history record us kindly. Let us etch this day in the consciousness of this civilization by resolving within the walls of this great assembly that we took decisive action towards saving lives and driving healthcare for all.
The 50th edition of the annual Girardel Egliston Flower Show and Market Fair is set to commence this weekend. Julian Morris has more in this report.
The Girardel Egliston Flower Growers Group is in full preparation mode for the hosting of the 2023 Girardel Egliston Flower Show. This will be the 50th edition of the flower show since its inception in 1973. One of the founding members of the flower show, Elizabeth Alfred, is happy to see the 50th edition of the show. She says they are ready to host this year's edition.
It's a flower show market fair. We expect them to view the floral arrangements as in the past. Then we have the market, part of it, where plants will be on sale right on the site. And of course, when we started the first year, all we had were flowers at the schoolyard. And we have grown since that we have a permanent site now for the flower show. So the grounds are very beautiful, I must say, although we are struggling with the weather condition now, okay? But I think the grounds are very beautiful now. I think we are ready. We are ready, yes. When you look around, you can see the grounds are already ready because we have a full NEP group thank God for that NEP group working on this side.
The show is set to begin on May 27 and will run until Tuesday, May 30.
It starts on the 27th. We have the official opening at 10 o'clock at the chapel, and the church helped us a lot. We used to use the church building actually for one of the sites for the flower show in the past, and we've got a lot of support. The church committee at one time coordinated the flower show, and now the flower growers group is doing it. But we have the official opening at 10 o'clock, and followed by the viewing of the show. It will be opened on Sunday and on Monday and Tuesday at 11 o'clock every day, up to 8 o'clock in the night.
Miss Mary Benjamin, who is also councillor and a member of the Girodel Egliston Flower Growers Group, says preparation works are progressing smoothly.
Honestly, it's coming along good. I'm doing all the painting, all the tires, the hall, all to do with painting. And after I want to power wash. Everything is going good. Like last year, we were expecting a huge turnout. Like last year, people want to get the flowers, people want to visit the garden, so many things is there to see. So I think it's going to be a big turnout compared to last year.
Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for the Roseau South constituency, Honourable Shakira Lockhart-Hippolyte, commended the Flower Growers Group for its work over the years.
Our theme this year is 50 years and blooming. And it shows, and I really want to give kudos and to thank the members of the Flower Growers Group who have been working tirelessly over the years to protect that industry. The Sybil Alfred, who you just interviewed, has been very instrumental in ensuring that the flower show event is one that is sustainable. And so this year we are well on our way to hosting the flower show event, which is carried from the 27th to the 30th of May.
Honourable Lockhart-Hippolyte encouraged the patrons to come out and support the event.
I want to encourage the patrons who love flowers to come, and this year they will see the traditional type of flower show where you have the floral arrangements. It will be different from the event that we had last year, the Enchanted Garden event, and there will be lots of plants on sale. All the people within the community who are involved in flower growing will be on site selling their various plants. So you'll get a wide variety of plants at a reasonable price. In regards to the site itself, I think that the NEP together with the Flower Growers Group has done a remarkable job in maintaining this site. It's several acres, and it's no easy task to maintain such a site. And so they have done a wonderful job. The flowers look really lovely. People can come here and take pictures, and these pictures can spread far and wide.
You're watching National Focus. More when we return. Welcome back. The Minister with responsibility for entrepreneurship and small business development, Honorable Darren Pinard, has commended small business owners for their resilience and the contribution they make to Dominica's economic well-being. The minister spoke at a presentation ceremony this week where 4 small business owners received grant funding under the UNDP's Future Tourism Grant Program.
Here in Dominica, we have a first-hand experience of the severe and devastating impacts of natural disasters and the negative external shocks to businesses and to our livelihoods. Over the past few years, we have witnessed Tropical Storm Erica in 2015, and we had Hurricane Maria in 2017. And then this was then followed by the COVID-19 pandemic in 2019 and 2020. These external events have had a most crippling impact on our businesses and the local economy. Dominica lost 226% of its GDP as a result of Hurricane Maria. Yet, despite the significant challenges, we are here today. Your presence here is a testament to your determination and our resilience. Your contribution to job creation, poverty alleviation, and the GDP of this country is no small thing.
The minister made the point that it was the Prime Minister of Dominica who decided that the traditional relationship between central government and small business needed to be transformed.
Under the leadership of our visionary Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, the government of Dominica saw the need to create this small business opportunity way back in 2009. The Prime Minister was not satisfied for the government to only passively create the enabling environment needed for small businesses to succeed. He recognized the need to play a more direct and active role in facilitating the success of small businesses due to the very important contribution that small businesses make to our economy.
The minister noted that small businesses are making a vital contribution to job creation and the country's GDP.
Small businesses worldwide are one of the largest employment blocks. Here in Dominica, we have approximately 3,000 active small businesses contributing approximately 15,000 jobs and 20% of our GDP. And I also want to recognize that Ms. Limi has recognized the government's leading role in our development program. We take our active role very seriously.
Small business representatives have also been encouraged to take advantage of available services provided by the Small Business Support Unit.
Support services that are offered at the small business include training in customer service, financial management, inventory management, marketing, and promotion, among others. The Small Business Support Unit also directly assists businesses with the registration process and in getting your products certified. When appropriate to do so, we also provide grants funding to businesses. Beyond this, the Small Business Support Unit also provides hand-holding support. We do not just assist you and then turn our backs. We remain committed to your success, and we will therefore continue to provide that hand-holding support that you need. And we should note also that the government has made available import duty waivers through our fiscal incentive concession license to small businesses with gross incomes of $250,000 and less. And so I would encourage those of you who fall in that bracket to take advantage of our government programs aimed at supporting and strengthening your small businesses.
The government of Dominica remains a strong advocate of the economic empowerment of women.
Interestingly, all our beneficiaries here today are female. It is therefore very fitting that I mentioned that the ministry has partnered with the Organization of American States to bring the Women Economic Empowerment Program. It is dubbed the WE Project here in Dominica. The main objective of the WE Project is to enhance the capacity of women entrepreneurs to take advantage of the digital economy. The WE Project will help female entrepreneurs build sustainable livelihoods through trainings and workshops. It will provide access to online resources and create a digital hub for women who lead businesses who are connecting with the diasporan markets. Whilst registration for the WE Project is already closed, I would want to encourage those who have already registered to take full advantage of this opportunity.
Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development, Honorable Greta Roberts, has commended the work of the Community Emergency Readiness Initiative, CERI, during her address at the National Climate Resilience Consultation for Local Authorities on May 24, 2023. Minister Roberts says she is pleased with the partnership between the Climate Resilience Execution Agency for Dominica, CRED, and the Division of Local Government in building community resilience. The organizations under CERI recently engaged several communities in capacity building training sessions.
I am very pleased with the collaboration between the Division of Local Government and CRED in the execution of the Community Emergency Readiness Initiative, CERI, capacity building training for vulnerable communities. To date, a total of 515 individuals from the councils, disaster communities, and other interest groups have been trained in 37 vulnerable communities.
CERI was launched to collectively raise community consciousness about climate resilience and actively involve and motivate citizens to be prepared in the event of disaster. Minister Roberts spoke of the benefits of the training sessions in building an effective community response.
This training has better positioned the communities to respond to adverse weather and climatic events. I wish to call on the councils to continue to collaborate and participate in the SIRI initiative and other initiatives which seek to help boost the community's capacity for disaster management.
With the approach of the 2023 hurricane season from June to November, Minister Roberts urged individuals to take the required preparations for their safety. She reiterated government's commitment to support the vulnerable and its mission to achieve climate resilience.
As we approach the next hurricane season, I must take the opportunity to encourage all of us here today to move swiftly, to make all necessary preparations for the upcoming season. Please ensure that your disaster committees are activated or reactivated, and that as you engage your people, provide them with the relevant information for their safety and the safety of all Dominicans. Rest assured that this government will continue to provide the financial, technical, and any other form of support to those in need. We will continue to partner with you to deliver the services needed to strengthen the resilience of all communities island-wide.
The National Employment Program, NEP, continues to work diligently on vegetation management and beautification to ensure that the aesthetics of Dominica is maintained. To maximize efficiency, NEP teams have been deployed in areas needing greater support. Community Employment Assistant for the Tetmon, Morton, and Grand Colibri area, Leandra Robbins says her team has provided assistance in certain areas.
We moved from our area to assist Fon Baron, Lubier today because most of our areas are completed in Tetmon and we saw the need to assist. So seeing that we are under the National Employment Program, we are one umbrella, so we come to assist, to help beautify this area.
Ms. Robbins said increased collaboration and coordination with fellow NEP teams improves overall productivity. She spoke of the importance of vegetation management.
Collaboration on the different units should be very effective because if one area is lagging, I believe one should assist. Or maybe some areas has more, and if we come together as one, you get more work done. The importance of vegetation management is that your road, you see, the road will be clearer. Also, you will see the beauty. Everybody comes in, they will see like how beautiful Dominica is. But if it is over, the vegetation is overgrown, you will kind of see dampen the beauty of the area.
Within the 3 teams, a total of 54 individuals are employed in vegetation management under the NEP program. The financial independence employees gain a benefit of being employed directly under the program.
A better life. Some of them, they can better send their children to school, they can better able to sustain themselves, they are less dependent on people to do things for them so that they are more independent.
Ms. Robbins spoke of the restrictions placed on the NEP concerning the danger of clearing trees near power lines and urged the responsible agencies to take action prior to the commencement of the hurricane season. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS Dominica on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. You can also drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I am Octavia Prosper. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.